if we're going to talk about love, there is a sense of confusion about love. And I think we need to define or unpack what we mean when we say love. Because very often, love is reserved for the realms of the sentimental or the romantic when it comes to dating or marriage and that not. And it's almost a sense that we need something more than love to accomplish good things in the world, to grow in our faith, to lead others well. We need something more than love. Love is seen as something like anemic. To get the job done, you need something together with love. You need power, you need knowledge, you need something more. I submit to you, and I hope by the end of this message that we will all come to the realization that love is the most powerful force in the universe. I'll say it again. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Love needs to be the goal of our faith. The aim that we are aiming for is love. Sure, there's other pursuits. We need to disciple. We need to share the gospel. We need to change our behavior, our conduct, to become more morally upstanding. All these are good and desirous pursuits. But at the center of it all, it needs to be love. I'm going to share something that profoundly impacted me by Matt Tebbe. He's a co-author with Ben Sturkey, this book called A Faith to Live By. Listen to what he wrote. The New Testament affirms over and over that our life in Christ is all about love. And love is all about being relationally and organically connected to God and others in mutual self-giving and holistic flourishing. Love is not merely nice actions we do for God and each other, nor is it merely warm feelings we feel toward God and each other. Love is deep, deep communion with God and each other. The love Jesus commands us to have for each other is the same love that the Father has for the Son, which is the love that we abide in as Jesus abides in us. The love is more than just something we see in Jesus and try to imitate in our own strength. This is agape love. This is agape from above, heavenly love. It's not something we can muster if we really try hard enough. It's a deep sharing in the life of God, whose name is love. God is love. And incidentally, in that phrase, love does not define God. God defines love. Listen to this. In other words, love is communion, which is the sharing of presence and fullness of life, the commingling of souls. I'll say that again. I find this profound. In other words, love is communion, which is the sharing of presence and fullness of life, the commingling of souls. Much like a plant thrives physically through its participation in the life of the soil and the energy of the sun, we thrive spiritually through our participation in the very life of God, shared with us through the incarnation of the Son and the pouring out of the Spirit. This is what it means to become participants of the divine nature, 2 Peter 1:4. And it's what the Greek Orthodox Church calls theosis, union with God brought about by cooperation of human activity and God's uncreated energies. That is love. It's not just feelings, it's not just actions, although that includes it, but it's the commingling of souls. It's sharing in the very life of God. It's not something that we achieve or work for. It's something that we enter into, something that we come to the realization of, that we consent to, that we are awakened to the reality of, and we learn to trust it. And Jesus is the embodied fulfillment of this communion in love, of the union between God and humanity. And this is the love, this communion in love that he invites us to and he prays over for us.